Okay, the title of this podcast is "What do you mean you don't have brown rice?" So, one of the things that I used to do before I started to, transition to Keith 2.0 to where I'm more loving and kind and accepting and living with an open heart is that I would judge people's behavior, especially if I thought that there was some kind of hypocrisy there. So a good example is my stepfather. I grew up in the South, really religious family back when in my younger years. And my stepfather would go to church on Sundays and he would be in church giving the prayer. And I would sit there and I'm like, how is this cat going to give the prayer about love and peace? And then during the week, he's abusive, both physically and verbally to the whole family. Like, how's this happening? And like what's lost on me is that I'm judging him, right? That I am supposed to be a kind, like young kid, and here I am judging another person. Don't bother me with those facts. My mind is all made up. He's the bad person. And so I just found myself doing that my whole life of judging other people's behavior without any kind of reflection of my own, and I continue to do that. And I picked on religion more than anything. And it's probably because of the experience that I have with my stepfather. Like, how you say like you're going to be like you're following like Christ's examples or Allah's examples or the Buddha, and you're doing this like you're losing it on your children. Like you're gonna go upstairs in your Zen space in your home for a morning silent retreat or going to yoga, and then you see somebody who like disagrees with you publicly and you're losing it. Or you come downstairs and you trip over a backpack and you're yelling at your kid. Like it's one thing to go and actually do a yoga practice or go to a retreat, but are you living it? I would have all of that kind of behavior again, not aware that I was like living with a lot of hypocrisy, of saying that I'm a positive person, but not treating people in a positive way or being kind to them. So fast forward, I've been doing my practice for a while now, and here I am. I'm going to do the right thing during the pandemic, or do a thing that I thought was thoughtful, and I was going to order takeout from my favorite vegan restaurant because I figure like, man, they got to be struggling right now. Restaurants just closed, about a week ago here in Arizona. And I just want to support them, So I'm going to go in there, put my to-go order in, order brown rice, and because I don't eat white rice. And I get there, and the owner says, "Oh, your order's ready. Thank you so much. Oh, by the way, we ran out of brown rice, so we only could give you white rice." And I lost my practice like that. I almost like grabbed that owner and like yanked him over the counter and like, what do you mean you out of brown rice? Like, why didn't you tell me that on the phone? I wouldn't have ordered. Like, but here I am, like just moments ago, strolling into the restaurant, patting myself on the back for like doing the right thing and helping our local business out in economy, right? But then the minute that something comes up that doesn't meet my expectations or my preferences, I'm losing it. Like for you, it might be a canceled flight. It might be, not getting the seat, at the ball game or the theater that you thought should have been your seat or your parking spot or whatever the case may be. And you lose it when just moments ago, you just got out of a yoga practice or you just got out of like church or you just read a Bible, whatever the case may be. Like, but are you living it? Becomes the question. You say you love everybody, but then your in-law does something that's not to your liking. And then your behavior is not reflecting that you're loving everybody. And so I just thought that was quite interesting. And then I went a little bit deeper and I thought to myself, like, Keith, if you can't handle no brown rice, how are you going to be able to handle, world, what is it? What I write here? I said, if I can't handle brown rice, how am I going to help bring about world peace, right? Like I'm about to go to war with the restaurant owner over this. And there are other people like, so you can't handle like whether it's masking or vaccinations or a Supreme Court decision and you advocating for world peace. Like, what's that about? I mean, you can't handle the election results, but you say that you're trying to make the country better, right? And I've been on both sides of that. So My question is quite another thing to live it than to just intend to be about it. There's something different with that. And every event that happens that's not to my liking is an opportunity for me to practice living it and not making it about the brown rice or a new policy change in our state or my workplace or an election. It's not about that. What it is about is who I'm being when those things occur. And like, if I want to help bring about world peace, then that begins with me being peaceful with my neighbors, family members, when they disagree with me, when they think differently. That's what it's about. So again, Keith, if you can't handle no brown rice, there's no way that you can help bring about world peace. We don't need you. We don't want you anywhere near that kind of effort. And I said this thing before, and I got it from Michael Singer. It's like when you're in an operating room or you're in a situation where somebody has to care for you, and there's blood all over the place, you don't want somebody in that operating room or in that emergency situation who can't handle the sight of blood. You want somebody in that situation who can handle the sight of blood. You want somebody who can handle no brown rice. You want somebody who can handle conflict in a constructive way if we're about bringing about world peace. So I ask you, can you handle no brown rice?